जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदना ब्रज जन रंजना। यशोदानंदना ब्रज जन रंजना। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। राधा रस बिहारी राधा रस बिहारी राधे। राधा रस बिहारी राधा बिहारी राधे। प्रभुपाद 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 देव विष्णु दर्शक श्री श्रीमद इसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की। इस्कॉन 50 फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा रास बिहारी भगवान की। सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जी की। निताय भगवान की। ताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1, and text number 22. त्वं नः सन्दर्शितो धात्रा दुस्तरं निस्थितिर्षता सत्वहरं पुंसा कर्णधार इवार्णवम् त्वं नः सन्दर्शितो धात्रा दुस्तरं निस्थितर्षितम् कलिं सत्वहरं पुंसां कर्णधार पुंसां कर्णधार यैवार्णवम् त्वं न सन्दर्शितो धात्रा दुस्तरं निस्थितर्षितम् कलिं सत्वहरं पुंसा कर्णधार इवार्णवम् त्वं न सन्दर्शितो धात्रा दुस्तरां निस्थितिर्षताम् कलिं सत्वहरं पुंसा कर्णधार इवार्णवम् संदर्शितो दात्रा दुस्तरं निस्थितिर्षताम् कलिं सत्वहरं पुंसां कर्णधार इवार्णवम् त्वं न संदर्शितो धात्रा कलिं सत्वहरं पुंसां कर्णधार इवार्णवम् त्वं नः सन्दर्शितो धात्रा दुस्तरं निस्थितिर्षताम् कलिं सत्वहरं पुंसां कर्णधार इवार्णवम् त्वं नः सन्दर्शितो धात्रा दुस्तरं निस्थितिर्षताम् सत्वहरं पुंसां कर्णधार इवार्णवम् Word to word translation. Tvam, your goodness. Unto us. Sandarshitaha, fitting. Dhatra, my providence. Dustaram, insurmountable. Nishtitirshata, for those desiring to cross over. Kalim, to age of Kali. Sattvaharam, that which deteriorates. Good quality. Pumsa, of a man. Karnadharaha, captain. Iva, as. Arnavam, the ocean. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki translation. We think that we have made your goodness by the will of providence, just so that we may accept you as captain of the ship for those who desire to cross the difficult ocean of Kali, which deteriorates all the good qualities of human being. But the age of Kali is very dangerous for the human being. Human life is simply made for self-realization, but due to this dangerous age, men have completely forgotten the aim of life. In this age, the lifespan will gradually decrease. People will gradually lose their memory, finer sentiment, strength, and better quality. A list of anomalies for this age is given in 12th canto of this work. And so, this age is very difficult for those who want to utilize this life for self realization. The people are so busy with sense gratification that they completely forget about self realization. Out of madness, they frankly say that there is no need of self realization because they do not realize that this brief life is but a moment on our great journey towards self-realization. The whole system of education is geared to self gratification. And if learned man thinks it over, he sees that the children of this age are being intentionally sent to the slaughterhouses of so-called education. Learned men, therefore, must be cautious of this age, and if they at all want to cross over the dangerous ocean of Kali, they must follow the footsteps of sages of Naimisharanya and accept Sri Sutta Goswami or his bona fide representative as the captain of the ship. The ship is the message of Lord Krishna in the shape of Bhagavad Gita or the Srimad Bhagavatam. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरों वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं स्वाग्रजातं सहगन रघुनाथान्वितं त्वं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगन ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देव्यै गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम 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 हरे। त्वं नः संदर्शितः धात्रा दुस्तरं निस्थितिर्षितां कलिं सत्त्वहरं पुंसां कर्णधार ivarnavam. So now the sages, those who are assembled in the Naimisharanya forest, is actually last some of the verses. They're giving the special qualities of Kali Yuga, but how the age of Kali is so deteriorated. Generally, in devotional service, whenever we come in front of the Lord, even the prayers of the devotees in Srimad Bhagavatam or the prayers of acharyas, the bhajans, especially, they are into three categories: Lalasamai, Dainya Bodhika, and Sharanagati. Third one is Dainya Bodhika, Prarthanatmika. So these are the three. First is Prarthana. We're offering some kind of a prayers to the Lord. Dainya Bodhika. That means we are, telling about our Dainyata. How fallen I am, Lord. See, I am struggling in this material world. So please give your shelter to me, actually. Okay. And then there is Lalasa mind, right? I have some lalasa about your devotional service, about your darshan, about your devotees association, like that. So these are the three types of prayers. Bhajans. Lalasa. Lalasa, that means what? Whatever your desire is there towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead, especially serving about Supreme Personality of Godhead, that might come like a darshan of the Lord, or the taste for the holy name, or the Vaishnava association, or any kind of a devotional service which I want to perform. And I have that lalasa towards you. Okay, to get your Krishna Prem, to get your service, to get your association of devotees. It's a lalasa, it's a desire. So these are the three types of prayers. Why the particular goal of Dainya Bodhika prayers is to show how fallen I am. Lord, how I'm so unqualified for your service, for your devotees association, how my rottening situation in this material world is, uh, degrading me day by day. That kind of a prayers. Dushtaman, Tumi Kisera Vaishnava, all those prayers, where the Dainya means the fallen condition has been, or deteriorated condition has been explained. What is the goal behind such kind of prayers? Now, here also in Srimad Bhagavatam, so like 2 3 days we are discussing about the symptoms and the degraded situation of Kali Yuga. Why sages are explaining such kind of a situation? Generally, if we have some kind of a fault, we don't tell people that I have this kind of a fault or this is a shortcoming within me. But still, here sages, they are explaining such kind of a situation. They are also inside Kali Yuga. They're right now in Kali Yuga. So, who will tell any kind of a shortcoming or doshas within the person? Just like there is a very common analogy which I most of the time I give to the people. We generally don't see doshas within us or kind of a shortcoming within us. We consider ourselves to be very superior. After coming to ISKCON, when we first come to ISKCON, we are Das, As day goes by, one Das goes back. First we are Das, Then we become Das. Then we become only Das. And when initiation happens, Diksha happens, we become only Das. And after that, when our juniors little bit they come, we become Prabhu. We compete with other Prabhus. And when we cover like 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, we become Mahaprabhu. Okay. That is how it happens. So, generally living entity has this condition in his life or her life that we don't see doshas, shortcomings in our life. Now, in the morning, we go for evacuation. Whatever we have taken in the night, we have to evacuate it. So, tell me, when we are evacuating in that small room, which is the person who is nearest person to that mala? We only, right? If we are passing our mal, we are the person who is nearest and dearest to that mala. How many of us close our nose? No, Prabhu, I can't tolerate such bad smelling. How many of you do that? My God, no one of you. Right? No? Sometimes. Okay. But if somebody is evacuating and we are outside and if we get smell, what we do? Arey no, Prabhu, put water. What you have eaten, I told you not to go to Govinda's. Hari bol. Right? So that's how it is. It's the same mala. It smells nasty only, but still we can tolerate others. But we cannot tolerate others. Our doshas within the heart is like that mala. We cannot see our own doshas, just like that mala. It cannot give bad smell to us. We are chilling, reading paper, seeing Instagram reels inside. We cannot. It's very tolerable for us. Similarly, the doshas are like those malas that we cannot see only that I have certain. No, I'm such a nice person. I've done good to this person, this person, this person. I'm such a दूध का धुला and दूध की धुली. है ना चरणामृत निकलता है मेरे शरीर से. Like that we think of ourselves. And whenever somebody has certain little bit shortcoming, we point our finger. Hey, you have those. See, kama krodha mada matsara. Like that. So generally, nobody likes to point out dosha or whatever shortcomings are there within that person. But here sages, they are completely explaining what kind of doshas are there within Kali Yuga. Why is it so? Why there is Danya Bodhika prayers? Why there is such kind of shortcomings of Kali Yuga has been explained by the sages. Because in spiritual life, whenever we explain our degraded situation, whenever we explain our, menial and kind of a very lowly situation, mercy comes more powerfully and more easily. That's why the sages has been explaining the degraded situation of Kali Yuga so that the Sutta Goswami is Vancha Kalpatarvacha Kripa Sindhu. Being a Vaishnava, he is a Kripa Sindhu. So just by explaining this degraded situation, his compassion might get arisen within his heart, and he will show that compassion to the fallen conditioned souls of this Kali Yuga by explaining about Krishna. So that's why this situation has been explained so many times by these sages. It's not in order to show, see, such a bad, such a dirty kind of Kali Yuga is. Yesterday we were discussing, even demigod doesn't come for having, for evacuation or susu in Kali Yuga. That is what a degraded situation of Kali Yuga is. But still, mercy of all these archers is that the greatest benediction has been offered in this Kali Yuga to each and every living entity. That is what? The Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That has been given to us. So, even though we have given the simplest of all and given the highest of all goals, still the problem is explained by Srila Prabhupada in the purport. What is the problem with Kali Yuga people? You go to them, you give them invitation. Prabhu, please come to our center. We have Janmashtami. Please come. Okay, we will see. And then after that, no, we don't have to go to Janmashtami. It's a 3-day week. We rather go to Goa, Kulu, Manali, and we will have nice sense gratification over there. So Kali Yuga people, they're so unfortunate that even though Krishna in the form of his holy name comes to their own doors, they cannot accept it. Because we are so blind, we are so lazy, and we are so less intelligent that even though Krishna personally comes in front of us and explain, chant my holy name, yeah, we have a lot of things to do. We will look into your matter. Okay. What is that famous statement now? Thanks for what is it? One statement is coming up nowadays. Thanks to have a light on this or something that some president has spoken that, and now it is a trending statement. People are most often they're quoting that statement. So the purport, Srila Prabhupada saying, Kali Yuga is the most dangerous age for human being because human life is made for self-realization, and the best quality of Kali Yuga is that we are very lazy about it. Self-realization. Who wants to get up early in the morning? Nobody. Everybody wants that. We want to be the, from the, we are the, from clan of Surya Vamshi. And they say, what is Surya Vamshi's clan? Whenever Suryasta is there, they go to sleep. And before Suryodaya, they won't get up. That is what Surya Vamshi. That's what such a bad explanation. Surya Vamshi means Lord Ramachandra came into that Vamsha. And people, Kali Yuga people, they are so, you know, so mad that they are explaining that Surya Vamshi means before Suryodaya you should not get up. That is what Surya Vamshi. Because first your Purvaj will come up and then only we will wake up. So that's what the lazy people are there in Kali Yuga. Then now, here Srila Prabhupada is explaining our lifespan will decrease. That's sure. And people will gradually lose their memory, right? What we ate yesterday in the breakfast? Sushi. अरे कल थी सुशीला. Sushila. I day before yesterday I asked. Day before yesterday? Huh? Or yesterday? Day before yesterday? Hare Krishna. His Srimad Bhagavatam proved. People will gradually lose their memory. Hari bol. Right? Even I also don't know what I ate day before yesterday. Right? Finer sentiments. We are so blunt. People are so proud that they are very straightforward. But remember, Prabhus and Matajis, there is a very thin line between straightforwardness and bluntness. Most of the time, we people are we are blunt in speaking. You know, when I was there, some Western country, I won't name. अगर ये कोई वहाँ पे देखेगा तो, that's why I won't name that country. But when I was there in that country, I saw very often a kind of uh, a mentality of people. They consider themselves to be very straightforward people. Whatever is there within their heart, they will speak out. No, see, I am very straightforward. I will tell you this is not good, this is not right, and this is that. And you do same thing with them. How can you speak like this? See, you are also straightforward. I am also straightforward. I spoke it. It hurts. You should have little bit sensitivity towards people. My God, what kind of a hypocrisy is this? When it comes to you, that's a straightforwardness. You will speak bluntly on the face of a person, but you cannot take it on yourself. So, what you are treating people, the way you are treating people, make sure that the same treatment will be taken by you with the same kind of a smiling face. If you can't take it, then don't give same treatment to other people also. Right? So otherwise it is a sign of hypocrisy. You cannot handle straightforwardness of other person, but how can you expect that somebody else will handle your straightforwardness and bluntness? So most of the time in Kali Yuga, we are not straightforward, we are blunt because straightforwardness is also followed with a little bit kind of a sensitivity, little bit of mildness and humility, especially. Yeah, what kind of a words I've chosen? Somebody is not a good person. He does some kind of a lazy work. You cannot say him. Say क्या गधे के जैसा काम. You just say him. You're like a Vaishya Nandan. It's such a nice word to say. You will not feel bad. But Gadha bole to you will feel bad. Na? So what we are speaking, how we are speaking, and what kind of a words we are using. Right? If you say somebody, चलो हम वो जाते हैं बाहर के मार्केट में और दुग्ध शर्करा युक्त हीम घनघोर गट्टू खा के आते हैं. ना व्हाट विल हैपन? अगर मैंने आपको बोला यहाँ पे विजय प्रभु, है ना, ब्रजदर्शन प्रभु, चलो हम जाते हैं एंड दुग्ध शर्करा युक्त हीम घनघोर गट्टू खा के आते हैं. कितने लोग यहाँ पे रिलेट कर पाएंगे उससे? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू विल रिलेट विद इट? लेकिन मैं जाके ये बोला तो चलो आइसक्रीम खा के आए, ऐसे मुंह से पानी निकलेगा जितना वहां पे बाहर बह रहा है करके उतना निकलेगा. राइट? सो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ वर्ड्स जनरली वी स्पीक, that also matters in our life. Always straightforwardness, bluntness, and speaking truth. It's good to speak truth, but how we speak, the words what we use, and at what place we are speaking, that also matters a lot. Right? So Kali Yuga people, mostly these finer sentiments are not there with us, unfortunately. We are blunt, we are uh, kind of very hard-hearted and very harsh speaking people. Our tongue is acting like a khalia. Speaking, whenever we speak, we spread venom. And it is always said that words are more sharper than the swords. If you speak somebody, even after that 10 years, that person comes in front of you, he will look at you like this. This is the person who has spoken 10 years back to me. Or 10 years, the whole world got changed. But no, my heart will not get changed. It has a scar of that particular word and that particular statement which you have spoken. So it's very difficult to fill up that particular scar which we have given through our words. So we have to speak there should be mildness, there should be a humility, there should be a little bit softness in our speech generally, right? Even if we are trying to correct someone, we should make sure that our words should not be more sharper, so it will pierce his or her heart. Sometimes people won't understand my language, unfortunately. So that time we can give a little bit dose, but most of the time we should make sure it should not unnecessarily hurt the person. So that's why Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Instruction, when he started giving instructions, the first word which he used is a Vacho Vegam, right? Other things come afterward. First is a Vacho Vegam. It's so difficult to control our Vacha. It's so difficult to control, like, मुझे बोलना है, मुझे बोलना है, मुझे बोलना है, मुझे बोलना है. And whenever mic comes, my God, 5 minute का 5 घंटा कब हो जाए? It's so difficult for some people. And what they speak? It's rubbish. पिले बतोरुक्रम विक्रमान में न शृण्वताम कर्णपुटे नरस्य जिह्वा सती दादुरिके वसूत न चोप्यगाय तिरुगाय गाथा. Srimad Bhagavatam explains that below Patorukrama Vikramaniye, your ear holes are like holes of a snake's house, you know, and your jivva is like a sati, means it's a prostitute, directly said. Bile Patorukrama Vikramanve na shunvatam karnapute narasya. If you don't hear what? Tirugayega. If you don't hear that Lord Krishna's glories, your ears are like a snake holes where only snakes will come and it will spoil you. And your jiva is a what? It's a asati, it's a prostitute. What prostitute does? She will go to one person, or he, male prostitute also. He will go to one woman, another woman, another woman, another woman. He will create a havoc in his life as well as the person who is dependent on him. Similarly, the Mataji, okay, she will be Mataji. Okay. Mata. So, what she will do, she will keep her husband's side and she will go and have a multiple affairs. And what will happen? When she will get attached to some another person, she will come with that paramour and kill her husband. And that we can see. Yeah. Unfortunately, we can see that. So that's what Asati Jiva will do with us. Our Pati is who? Raghupati, Gopati. That is what our Pati is there, master is there, Gopinath is our master, right? So we will have our extra paramours. What kind of a paramours? Sense gratification from this material world. And we'll go for those sense gratification and we will completely neglect our Pati. Even being an atheistic mentality, we will try to kill Krishna from this material world. That's what Hiranyakashipu wanted to do. That's what Shishupala wanted to do. That's what Ravana and Kumbhakarna wanted to do. So the atheistic mentality goes into demoniac category always. So that's why we have to engage our jiva and in glorification of Lord Krishna. That's what a lakshana of a chaste woman, a chaste devotee, that they will use their resources in the glorification of Krishna, and we have to hear Krishna Katha from our ears. Otherwise, it is very difficult. Very difficult. Okay. Then after that, strength and better qualities. Strength will go away, right? सुबह उठने के बाद मंगल आरती करने के बाद we chant 16 rounds, and after hearing Srimad Bhagavatam we are like, आज का फुटा हो गया. What to speak of that? Our Juhu Brahmachari ashram, I used to stay on the second floor. And just to go on second floor, even to first floor, devotees use lift. Even though they, climbs 5 stairs, they're like, "Oh, very difficult. ना आपके यहाँ पे लिफ्ट नहीं है क्या? You just climb 5 stairs, यार. It's just a 5 stairs. So the strength, not only physical, the mental and spiritual strength will also go down. Right? So even though devotees, many sincere people, they try to have very focused mind on Krishna consciousness, many times ups and downs will come. They will be little bit, their consciousness will get down. They will be, pray for some kind of a little bit here and there since gratification that will happen. So is going down. And the better qualities. Krishna promises that Yasyaste Bhaktir Bhagavate Rakinchana Sarvair Gunastatra Samasate Sura Harava Bhaktasya Kuto Madhguna Manorathe Nasato Dhavatam. Any person who has dedicated his or her life to Krishna, Harava Bhaktasya, if he becomes the Hari Bhakta, what will happen? Samasate Sura, whatever good qualities is into demigods, that all qualities will come into that Bhakta without any kind of a special endeavor. That will naturally come inside that devotee. So these better qualities are not there in the Kali Yuga people. They will shout, they will give all kind of bad words to each other. ए मेरा गाड़ी पीछे था रे, तेरा गाड़ी किधर था रे, मेरे गाड़ी के सामने गाड़ी मत लगा रे, ए, तेरे इसका पानी मेरे कंपाउंड में आ रहा है, मत कर ऐसा, ये बोलना. Inferno shots, light provocation can bring out a greatest quarreling quality out of Kali Yuga people. So the better qualities, tolerance, patience, cleanliness, humility, these will all practically non-present in Kali Yuga. Right? There is no tolerance. Even our children, they are not tolerant. We are not tolerant. Husband is not tolerant. Wife is not tolerant. The Padosi is not tolerant. Right? The uh, uh, politicians are not tolerant, the police is not tolerant, and security forces are not tolerant. Its tolerance goes down, humility goes down, and people are very chidchida, short tempered in this Kali Yuga. So, if somebody wants to have these good kind of qualities, only one solution is that Bhajahu Remana Sri Nandanandana Abhaya Charana. That's what the ultimate solution. If we become a Hari Bhaktas, then gradually those nice qualities will start piling up into our hearts. Why gradually it is? Because first we have to take out that bad things. No? There are two analogies. The first analogy is that one day one uh, teacher came into classroom and he brought a glass with muddy bottle. And he said, without emptying the glass, you have to make entire glass. We have to fill this entire glass with nice water. How to do without touching, without emptying it? So one of the student was very clever. What he did, he brought a jug or mug of a clear water and started pouring it out inside that glass. So naturally, it spilled out. And as he started pouring, it spilled out more and more, more and more. And slowly, the muddy water went away. And what remained is a completely clear water. Similarly, when we start chanting Hare Krishna mantra, start following all the principles of devotional service, no meditating, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex. Okay. So because of that, what will happen? What the good water will start piling up or getting inside our heart, which is filled with the muddy water of kalmashas, kama, krodha, mada, matsara, brahm. And slowly, as we start pouring more and more Harinam, Harikatha, Haribhakta Sangha, this will go away. And what will remain is only Krishna Bhakti within our heart. But it will take time and depends on the intensity of our devotional service. And the second analogy, most often I have heard from my spiritual master, in our life, in our heart, there are always two dogs. One is a good dog, another one is a bad dog in our heart. So, good dog represents humility, tolerance, cleanliness, daya, compassion, loyalty, truthfulness. All these kind of good qualities has been represented by this good dog. and then intolerance, short-temperedness, selfishness, self-centeredness, egoistic attitude, the lusty attitude, you know, grabbing everything, that lobha, greed within our heart is actually represented by the bad dog. So it is always depends on our, us, which dog we are feeding. If we are trying to feed our bad dog, he will bark more. And as he barks more, the good dog will start going down and करते हुए हो जाएगा, right? And bad dog will start, barking more. It will start more barking more loudly. And as bad dog bark more and more, the good dog will be like चूजा बनता जाएगा छोटा सा, right? But as we take Harinam, Hari Bhakti ka Sangha, we hear Hari Katha, we try to develop such kind of a good qualities with the good association, we are feeding the good dog. As that good dog will get feed, he will bark more and more, and the bad dog will go like, करते हुए. It will go away. So it depends on us where we are putting our endeavors. Where we are putting our endeavors into sense gratification, or we are putting our endeavors in gratifying the senses, not gratifying, or satisfying the senses of Lord Krishna. And that's what a devotional service is. Sarvopadhi vinirmuktan tatparatvim nirmalam rishikena rishikesh sevanam bhakti ruchiche. Whatever upadhi I have with me, even the upadhis of which gives sense gratification, I am considering myself to be the body. That's why I require sense gratification. That is also upadhi, because I am considering myself to be the body. So a person has to give up that identity also, which is related to the body, and just with his senses, the spiritual, the subtle, and the gross, three senses together. We have to serve the Rishikesh, because the original master of all the senses. Then that is called as a Krishna Bhakti. With the eyes, I will take a darshan. With the nose, I will take a fragrance of that flower which is offered to the lotus feet of Krishna. I will have a fragrance of Tulsi Maharani. Through my ears, I will hear Krishna Katha and Krishna Nam, Harinam Sankirtan. With my mouth, I will chant the glories of the Lord. Right? With my head, I will bow down in front of Lord. With my hands, I will do marjanam of the temple. With my legs, I will approach the temple. With my tongue and my belly, I will eat Krishna Prasad. With my heart, I will try to love Krishna and his devotees. So that's why we can engage our senses in Lord's service. Then and then there is only devotional service. Until and unless there is a devotional service and a person don't engage himself into devotional service, his life will be completely into hellish situation. Now, situation will be hellish. After giving up this body, the place itself will become hellish. Okay. So it depends on us, wholly and solely. Every living entity has been awarded with free will by Krishna. And Krishna is so compassionate that he will never interfere in the free will of that living entity. So it is on us where we want to use our free will. Whether I have to use that free will in my sense gratification, okay, thank you very much, best of luck. And if you want to engage it in Krishna's service, yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, welcome to ISKCON Goregaon. Okay, so that's totally depends on us. It doesn't depend on Krishna, because he has given that free will to you, whether you want to serve or not. But be ready for consequences. Consequences. Okay. Then that is in Krishna's hand. That is his free will to how to give result to the living entity according to his karma or harikam. Okay. So here we will take a small pause and we will continue.
Probably I had today witnessed myself a very classic case of sense gratification. I woke up at 5 and with the intention of doing the chanting. But somehow here and there I was spending the time. And ended up some exercise I did. Okay, that's okay. At the end of the day, I could not do anything. I just wasted my time and then only took bath and some, little flowers to the Lord and just came.
chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra becomes very smooth and very easy in the association of devotees. Just like a morning, yeah, morning time is always
Seeing the one-seven.
just like if a rod wants to be always hot so that it becomes molded, then that rod has to be in association of fire. So similarly, being a devotee, if we want to mold our life in Krishna consciousness, we have to be always in the fire of association of devotees. Each and especially whenever we are starting our devotional service. Just now we have started the devotional service. Just now means how many, what is the time period? Not 1 month, 2 months. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. That is what the initial days of our devotional service. So in those initial years, we have to have in association of devotees. If somebody becomes a Tismar Khan after 5, 6 years, if they consider, no, I have enough now of association. Now it's a time for me to give my association to others, then you are in deadly trap. Okay. So yeah. Maya Devi will always try to convince you, Prabhu, you are special, huh? Oh, you are very special. See, you have spent so many years. You have such a nice kapda, cloth, a particular color, which is, saluted by each and every person. You are so special, Rakshan Krishna Das. See, the entire Goregaon is in front of you. You are the person who is managing it. You are so special. Remember, whenever you get this kind of a thought, you are in deadly trap. Try so go to the association of devotees. 100% they will make you humble.
The other danger is about even those who are advanced. So you see all these Babas and all, they are all, convicted and all. So how to overcome that? When you advance and you start feeling that I can go up to gaya.
Until and unless you are in association of devotees and you are not particularly following Krishna consciousness, this Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsarya will no. They time to time they will pop up their heads in your heart, and someday it will come that you will become victim to those kind of shortcomings. Just like a Vishwamitra Muni, although he was such a great person, first 10,000 years he did tapasya, Menaka Mataji came, and whatever tapasya he did, it went up. Sense gratification will take away the fruits which you are bearing because of your austerities. So devotee has to be careful about what kind of sense gratification he's doing. Sense gratification and the austerities and devotional service won't go simultaneously or won't go together. Okay. Then Vishwamitra Muni again did tapasya for 10,000 years, and then Rambha Mataji came and he fall victim to the anger, right? And then it went away. But when he got all what he wanted, or when he became qualified for the good things, when he came in the association of Lord Ramachandra and he became a devotee. Before that, he was just a austerity wala person, a kind of Ashtanga yogi, Jnana yogi, Hatha yogi kind of a person. But when he came in the association of Ramachandra, he became Bhakti yogi, and after that, he didn't become a victim for such kind of a things, right? So Ajamil also became victim for such kind of a thing. But when he became a devotee after 80 years of his life and he went to Haridwar, he didn't fall down from his situation. Devotional service, if you have a Krishna in your life, then and then only you will have some kind of a hope that you will not fall victim to money, wealth, women, men, post, position. No, we have to grab the lotus feet of Krishna. Brahmaji says in his prayers, "Na bharati mangamrshopalakshate, na ve kvachinme manaso mrishagati, na me rishikani patanti satpate, yan me rudotkanta vritadhrito harihi." So Brahmaji is saying, my Vani will not say anything which is untruthful. My indriyas will not fall victim to the sense gratification. Why is it so? Yanme redot kanta vrata dhrutori. Because in my heart, I very tightly I caught hold the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, and I'm putting that in my heart always. I'm meditating on them. So that is what a formula. Until unless you don't have Krishna and you don't have sincerity in Krishna consciousness, 100% any stalwart and advanced person, materially or I will say not kind of a so spiritual, spiritual and material के बीच में जो चलता है ना yogi, in that path, he will fall victim to such kind of thing. Only solution is that Krishna consciousness. Chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, reading of Srimad Bhagavatam, and the association of devotees. That's what three solutions. If somebody does these three things, his life will be successful. Okay. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की श्रील प्रभुपाद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे
इसके संरक्षण कृष्णदास प्रभु की जय। Inspiring class.